4?
What do you love more than Smash 4?
Smash 4 salty tears.
Ooh, do we have plenty for this run?
So,
Hello everyone, welcome to the Shooting Starcast.
with a very unorthodox trio this time.
Well, technically, if you look back at our old shit back when we were the Legend Hunters,
we did only have the trio. Unfortunately, Akari and Musi were not able to join us due to the fact that there is an EV event going on, and
They are hunting at the North Pole.
Yep, we wish them best of luck and to catch all the EVs.
and give me one, damn it.
Yes. But to kind of go back to where I was opening up on, the massive amounts of salt pouring out of the Smash 4 EVO finals that occurred last week were phenomenal. Just downright phenomenal amounts of salt.
Let me guess. Just off the top of my head, because I didn't quite see this. Bayo versus Bayo.
That was the start of it.
Oh,
that
it was only the start.
Yeah, that's only the start where Captain Zack and Lima were both made it to the grand finals of EVO, both playing Bayonetta, the most hated character in the Smash 4 community.
Bayonetta was
Broken.
broken from the start, only became more broken as people began figuring out her combos, and has remained the bane of everyone's existence ever since day one. So,
I think, sadly, I kind of am laughing at this because I'm remembering like one Smash player who just came in holding a fan with Bayonetta, and fanning himself. Like he had just the same amount of swagger as Bayonetta.
ooh.
Like he just snapped the fan open.
So, to be fair to both players, they had been dealing with nothing but hecklers the entire day since they started playing Bayonetta.
Okay.
So it was this has been the culmination of the toxicity of the fan base. We have reached peak Smash toxicity here.
Sheesh, I thought we had that in Melee.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, even you know what's funny though is that the Melee finals had double foxes.
So
Double
we have
Foxes,
double
no
Bayonetta.
No items.
Final Destination.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to talk about hypocrisy, you have that at the very minimum.
But how did this escalate?
So it escalated first by the fact that when one of the players accidentally suicided themselves off the stage, the other gave him a homie stock.
Oh, jumped off the stage too.
Yes.
Okay.
So he gave him a homie stock, which is, remember, this is grand finals of Evolution, which is a cash prize money for the victor.
Okay.
Even though both players were well acquainted and very friendly with each other, there's a level of professionalism that's expected at the tournament level.
Okay, and this was lacking by giving a homie stock?
Yes, because because you are trying to win, essentially, and it is usually for absurd amounts of money.
I thought it was just an honorable thing to do. Like, okay, you fell off, I'll fall off too. So
You
that we have
forget,
an
most
equal
people in
stuff.
Smash know nothing of the word honor.
Despite the fact that their very playground is called For Honor.
No,
Or Glory Mantis. Excuse
They
me.
fight for glory, not for honor.
And
Ah.
even then, it's not for honor; it's for ring outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wanted For Honor, I guess I'd go to Ubisoft.
Ugh.
No, and even then, but that was the real tipping point for it. Was after the bracket reset, Zach and Lima were going ahead and getting ready for another set of matches, and they opened it up by just holding charge shots.
What?
You know Bayonetta's neutral beat, which is her standing guns.
Okay.
You can charge them up to go ahead and do more damage.
And they both open up with just doing that.
Yes.
They were doing this on purpose to heckle the crowd?
Yeah, that was heckling them since day one.
I have to kind of, like, hearing that and just recognizing, yeah, the entire crowd is going stupid. I kind of am on the player side in that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because...
And it went on for about a minute and a half or so until officials came on and says, "Come on, guys, we gotta actually play. You gotta actually play."
Come on, box.
Yes.
Come on, fight.
So it proceeded as normally, but really at that point there was no credibility for the game anymore.
No.
No.
It was just sad, toxic fanboys.
Yeet. So most of Nintendo.
So it just drink up those sad, salty Smash 4 tears because they are salty.
Glug, 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 glug,
I will
glug.
actually take a drink from my water here.
But so yeah, how have you guys been? As far as the absence that we've been gone with, we just haven't been able to coordinate people's schedules. But we are going to continue to go ahead and continue with the podcast as best we can.
Yeah.
We're also going to try to avoid as much legalese as possible, just because, well,
It's not fun. It's not fun.
it gets dark fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what have you been doing with your week, Legend?
Well, I continue to do some gardening, both in real life and the fact that I have purchased the video game equivalent of cocaine.
One of us. One of us.
Yes, I'm one of you, goddammit.
What game is it?
Stardew Valley.
One of us.
Okay,
I thought Animal Crossing was bad.
Oh no, Stardew Valley is a special case. I recognize the addictive quality to it, but I have the most fun with the most recent multiplayer updates that have happened, and
So now
I've been doing
So now it's Minecraft.
Yes, and we've been doing a lot of that. Boosie and I have been basically doing a lot of playtesting with it. We're really hoping that cross-platform gameplay comes out soon.
Mm-hmm. Excuse you.
Pardon me.
All right.
So,
Good bacon burger. Besides that, definitely been doing a lot of playtesting for our latest Let's Play that is going to be coming out.
Save it for the end.
yeah, we'll talk about it then.
We will talk about that then. Besides that, let me think. No, just those two, because Stardew Valley is an all-encompassing and consuming game that will suck your very soul out through your eye sockets.
Well, as for me,
What have you been up to, Zero?
Rado,
Rado.
I am going to bonk you guys every goddamn time.
Okay, Rado.
Thank you.
Rado.
Thank you.
Rado.
Ow, stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Behave yourselves, children.
So, Rado, what did you do with your week?
Been working on commissions for the most part, just drawing here and there. And in my free time, I kind of been playing Monster Hunter because they released that fucking behemoth crossover.
Yeah, I've been trying to help you with that.
So the behemoth. What if Monster Hunter had a MMO RPG boss?
Here are my exact words for this fight.
A truly intelligent and compelling argument.
Fuck that thing! Fuck that thing! Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Well, I agree that it's super hard, but it's mainly hard because it's hard to coordinate with players who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, and it's a raid boss in the truest sense of it. He will cast Charybdis, which is a tornado.
Yes.
It's an AoE that basically lingers on the battlefield and walls off areas of pretty much any part where the behemoth has caused it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it follows you as it starts setting up. And in order to stop it, you gotta flashbang the fucker.
Mhm.
Or stun him out of it. But this can be difficult to do because A,
Everyone's attacking the damn thing.
which means they may be counting on someone else to do the flash pod because no one is coordinating. B, it may end up happening just because no one could get out their flash pods in time, which means you're going to have this tornado stuck in the middle of the battlefield, and the moment that thing gets up there, it's a no-pass zone,
Yeah.
which creates more problems when you're fighting an already gigantic walking AoE.
Yeah. He also casts lightning, which will actually pinpoint 4 people and fire towards them in a radial direction from his head. But if you're behind him, it doesn't affect you.
It does not affect you. I think it's actually just like a shotgun spread in front of him.
But it does try to pinpoint. Like, it'll put a lightning strike on you at first to kind of give you the lightning blight and then zap you hard.
Yeah.
And
The
then
big
he also
thing.
and then I'm just going to get through all of his bullshit, okay?
But there's one big one that you really need to talk about. The biggest one. The one that shoves the finger so far up your ass
I'm
that
going to
Kakashi is blushing.
I'm going to get to it. I want to get through all his movesets.
Okay, well,
He does a fire blast attack that spreads out like a shotgun as well. And he also rains down meteors.
but there's one meteor that just wins them all over and says, "Fuck you, coordination!"
Yeah, it's called the Ecliptic Meteor, and it's basically a one-hit KO unless you hide behind one of the comets that he fires down.
From an earlier attack.
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way, those comets can be broken and destroyed.
Which means, again, if your team is not coordinating to get the freaking monster away from the freaking rocks, everyone dies.
Yep. And not to mention that he's got a massive health bar, 4 phases. The second and fourth are the most annoying because that's his spellcasting phases.
Which means AoE, 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 AoE.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to start speaking like the freaking
you're
Moonbase Alpha video.
No, you're just saying owie, 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 owie.
Anyway, and in the third phase, he'll have a grapple attack and he'll inflict you with the bleed status.
This was a nasty surprise to me.
And by the way, after he does that grapple attack, he locks onto you.
That's the other thing. He tends to lock onto singular players. So if you're the one guy who doesn't want to get hit and he's locked onto you, you better run your Benny Hill ass away from this fucker because everything's coming your way and his shade is only on you.
And again, to get rid of that enmity, you use a flashbang.
But nobody knows this! Nobody fucking knows this! Nobody's doing the research! Nobody's coordinating. When they say team up with friends, they mean get a group of people, get in a hall, get all on the headset, and fucking work together because you're not doing it with randoms.
Get yourself a tank to capture all the enmity. Get yourself a healer to keep firing flash bugs and keeping everyone healthy. And get yourself 2 attackers to keep beating the living shit out of it.
You understand why this is so difficult for Monster Hunter people, right?
Right, because it's a raid boss.
Yeah, it's an MMO boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in MMOs, everyone has very distinguished roles.
Did I also mention that they're going to be bringing out a harder version in 2 weeks?
Because they're trolls. Oh,
and I thought the arch-tempered monsters pissed me the fuck off. But anyway, other than that, I really haven't been doing much. I did start playing Earthbound on my 3DS, but that's about it.
And what are your thoughts about that?
Okay, another hot take. I don't find Earthbound funny.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, here's the thing. I find it odd. I find it quirky, and I can understand how people can see it as funny or timeless, but the jokes don't land on me.
Let me ask, because in a lot of ways, when Undertale came out, the first comparison people were making a lot to was Earthbound. So I kind of want to ask you, from a humor standpoint, how do those two compare?
I'm kind of weird with humor because most of my taste in humor is oddly either dark or sexual.
Sure.
But I can find some charm in the other ones. I did find Undertale a bit more charming and a little bit more quirky. Like, I liked how funny, Temmie was.
Well, Temmie has that random humor that hits your nerve just the right way because there's this particular little nerve of yours that you love that.
Yeah.
You just love when it hits that right little nerve. And then
also, I keep hearing Papyrus's voice as Skeletors.
I was going to say the Skeleton Brothers just have a unique sense of lowbrow and highbrow humor.
Yeah.
In that the jokes themselves are very lowbrow, but when you actually read into a little bit of the lore, not too deep, but just skim the surface a little bit, and you find the depth of highbrow.
Yeah.
And so I think the problem with, at least for you, is that there is a mix of high and lowbrow humor.
Yeah.
Whereas Earthbound goes generally for the low.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of pop culture references, which I know you don't like.
Yeah.
And that's really dated by this point now.
Oh, God, yeah.
But there is one question that you need to answer that I think will either bring people up around to your side or make them hate you forever.
What?
Are you willing to take this? Is this your final answer?
Spit it out.
Do you find the game fun?
Not really.
Ooh. Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm a guy who likes grinding in video games.
Okay.
I just find battling in this game boring. I don't like the battles. I can't put a pin on it for any reason.
I think that's kind of funny because there were a lot of people complaining that the grinding in Octopath Traveler was obtuse.
Oh, they can go ahead and shove it.
And you think it's perfectly fine.
It's actually fairly balanced.
And that's what I mean. So I think it's not for you, but you can see why people would like it.
Yeah, and I didn't even have to spend much grinding in Octopath because my main character was locked and his level was always 10 levels higher.
Yeah.
So that was not a problem. And if you went in the order of level height for characters on their following chapters after the first chapter ones, it wasn't that difficult. And I just kept switching the party out with each chapter, and everyone got leveled up at a fairly decent rate. I think I had to grind like once or twice because there was such a sudden steep increase from chapter 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then around chapter 3 to 4, it went from 40 to 45, and I was like, oh, okay. But I will say one of the bosses for the earlier level chapter 3s
Mm-hmm.
was probably the hardest boss of those chapter 3s.
Which character, without saying what the boss actually is?
It was Alphen's chapter 3.
Okay.
The Apothecaries one.
Oh. Yeah, for whatever reason, Alphen seems to be like the lowest tier character in terms of favorability.
Yeah.
Because I think like
his chapter 1 wasn't that great. There was a lot of exposition, like even more than the other ones.
Because Primrose's background is memorable. Tessa's a sweetheart.
Ulbrich is...
Ulbrich
is a class guy.
Ulbrich is hammy as heck.
Therion is a snarky badass.
You love Therion.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are starting to fall in love with Therion in more ways than one.
But yeah, like even Hanet's old English style of speaking was interesting, and her story was rather unique, especially her final boss.
Her final boss was out there. Definitely out there.
Like I was not expecting it to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Alphen's is kind of bland.
Mm.
Like I get his story and stuff like that, and what he does at the end, but his is probably the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
Tressa's was really charming by the end.
Well, Tressa is just like, if you, I can only imagine the emotional whiplash someone had if they went from Primrose to Tessa, back to back,
or back the other way around.
Or the other way around.
I've seen one reviewer who actually did do the nice and good and clean Tessa first, and then went one clockwise turn down to Primrose and went, oh shit!
She went from Tressa to Ulbrich to Primrose.
Oh shit!
You're nothing but a stupid whore!
Okay, Realism, what are you doing here? Would you like to bring your Grimdark back to DC, where it apparently is people thinking it belongs?
By the way, I feel like Primrose's final chapter was the most well done, because it was actually a 2-phase boss.
Mm.
The other ones were all just single-phase bosses.
Okay. Yeah, it felt like they did a lot more work with Primrose.
Yeah.
Like from what I saw. And I was like, wow, they're actually going this dark? Holy crap, I'm for it.
I'm willing to bet she was like the developer's fan favorite. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
For more reasons than one.
Yeah.
Alright.
But, yeah, I actually did finish all 4 chapters of Octopath. I haven't done the extra final dungeon because I need to figure out how to get to it first.
Okay.
But overall, my opinions on Octopath, it's a pretty good game. Really charming. And I would recommend it. Yes, there's exposition.
Well, I know there's going to be exposition. Some
of it's good, some of it's bad. There is going to be a lot of ham.
Oh, I know. My stance with my criticism is it can always be better.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's why you add the honey, you add the brown sugar, and you apply it liberally.
Yeah, and then you get to that tangy mustard part when you get to the Primrose and you go, this can only be savored in certain circumstances.
Hold the mustard.
Hold the mustard. Oh boy.
Alright.
You're just making me think of how to prepare a pulled pork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Ulbrich and like Therion stories like the pork. Because both of them...
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was going in a completely separate direction when you mentioned the 2 main hunks of the cat.
Well, they're the beef. They're the meat.
See, that's where I was expecting you to go.
Yeah, and everything else is the seasoning and condiments that add on to it.
So what we want you to take away from this is that Octopath Traveler is a delicious sandwich, and you should absolutely take a bite.
Yes.
After our plugging has been concluded...
All right, so Leo, how's your week been?
Skyrim. Skyrim has been my week.
Dovahkiin, where the hell have you been?
In the alchemy shops, learning how to go ahead and brew enchantments that cause millions of points of damage.
Don't tell me you've been feeling up Arcadia over and over again.
No, just
You've been learning how to break the game.
Yeah, I watched. There's a particular video out there by Yemfa that I took out for a spin for giggles, and that was the first time I picked up Skyrim in like years. And I actually felt encouraged to go back and try it again. Because part of my main problem with it is that for the way that I play, I always level up smithing and enchanting way too quickly, and then the game becomes a bitch. A bear to go against certain bosses.
Yeah.
But I solved that little problem. I actually developed a more balanced leveling guide that's not as bad. I just need to go ahead and not invest in skills that I'm not going to use.
Yeah, that's always the problem.
Especially early on, because it is all too tempting to just give the Wood Elf your money to train up archery, because you can get training for it.
Yeah, well, archery is a good skill if you're going for a bow user.
Yeah, but I'm not, so it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been reading manga. I've been going through Goblin Slayer, Monster, Ari Monster, Shokugeki.
Oh god, Shokugeki.
Yeah, I mean, I told you last week, like, Soma going first, this is not going to bode well for him. This is not going to bode well for him.
Nope, he's going to lose.
So, that's going to be awkward, and
Either that, or it's going to be something akin to his fight against the first seed back in the day, where something intervenes.
Because...
And I'm calling that's going to happen.
Here's the thing about it. A lot of the fans have been calling out the author because, like, the way that he's going about it is, like, it is too much. Like, they were on a good path with the way they were going against some of Central, and then they just rushed to the end, and then the end happens, and it's like, well, shit, where do we go from here? And so, new plot device.
Yeah.
It seemed freshly pulled from the back end of Ilaki.
Yeah. Because literally, they could have just ended it right after the Regiment de Cuisine.
But they really should have stretched it out a little bit longer and made, like, a more Kenichi-styled, like, back and forth between Central members and the Rebellion.
Yeah.
You know, I'm about to say something a little controversial here.
Go ahead.
All right, give us your hot take.
My hot take is that, in comparison, I think the Naruto ending was arguably better.
Which Naruto ending?
That's a good question because there were several.
That's what I'm saying.
But the ending where Naruto fights Sasuke was actually, in my opinion, a good way to round out the series.
So this is the very end. We're not talking pre-Shippuden.
We're not talking pre-Shippuden, and we're not talking about the opening to Boruto. I'm talking all of the goals that Naruto was after throughout his entire history all culminate with him becoming a worthy candidate to become Hokage.
All right.
He, A, wants to become Hokage. He eventually does. B, he wants to rescue Sasuke. He eventually does. Spoilers. C, he ends up winning the respect and admiration of everyone in his village.
Which is what he was going for the longest time.
And he does.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. My problem has always been there are too many gosh darn characters and no one's motivations are being explained.
Okay,
until
so Kageki or Naruto?
Naruto. Until way later do we go, oh, so that's what's actually happening. But then there come moments where wait, if you knew this, why in the world did you not go ahead and prevent this from happening in the future?
Well, the other thing that I have, and this is my criticism towards Naruto, I might try to win you back, guys. My criticism for Naruto was that it was such a gigantic cash cow that they had to postpone the inevitable that was coming upon them. They needed to gwin it up and postpone the ending of the age of Naruto for as long as possible and with as many sacrifices to the story as possible in order to perpetuate the cash cow.
And to be honest, the age of Kubo couldn't have ended soon enough.
Yes,
Fuck Bleach.
Infinite Tsukuyomi saw to that end.
Oh yeah, and in the anime too, when they tried to filler that.
Oh, they fillered that out.
Yes, they did.
But
it was in denial.
So to bring it back, to Shokugeki.
Yes.
There is a lot that they did not go into the central members of the new Elite 10, which had they done more one-on-one fights like they did in Kenichi, they would have been able to flesh that out. Like the little girl who uses her stuffed animal's paws as mittens, for example, could have had a lot more play with. I'm trying to remember the blue-haired girl's name. Country hick.
Megumi?
Megumi could have had more interaction with Megumi, and that could have built up much like Shinometa. You could have had more like the exhibitionist dude.
Ishiki.
Ishiki had some glorious moments in that because they actually explained more of his backstory.
Not to mention that because wasn't he also alongside Soma?
Yeah, because he and Soma were fighting at the same time, and it's literally
the ramen
the ramen chick had some history with Ishiki, and you got to see some of that play out along with Ishiki against the guy he was going up against.
Yeah, and Ishiki really showed his skills, and I was like, okay, now I finally believe this guy was an Elite 10. Like for the longest time, I was like, this naked parading shucklefuck is an Elite 10.
And
yeah, like I get that
there's a lot of telling, but not a lot of showing.
Yeah,
with that anime.
Yes.
And I think that is a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, there is definitely a lot of showing naked bodies.
Well, there's a lot of surface showing and not a lot of plot. Well, rephrase because that is plot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cheesecake being thrown about and not a lot of intellectual discussion being had.
Like, the biggest comparison to this anime that all three of us can make is to History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi.
Yes, because
with food.
Because the Regiment de Cuisine is literally just the final showdown at the nuke site.
Yeah, at the nuke site. Good lord.
That ending, like Jesus.
The invincible Superman.
But that's sort of my point. And now they're forcibly jumping the shark on this one, which I think that they do. I think they had a good opening with the Midnight Chefs, and then they bungled it by wanting to introduce this new Uber character.
Yeah. The Midnight Chefs, which was a bunch of blacklist
underground chefs who do Hitman-style shokugekis on chefs. Exactly.
Yeah,
like, it was stupid, but it was crazy enough to work if they pulled it off right.
Yeah.
This is the point where, because a lot of it basically focused on mainly Japanese and French. Like, those are the two main ones. And occasionally you get a little bit of from the Italian from the Aldinis, and Hayate would bring in some Indian spice.
Yeah.
But generally, it had not left Japan for the most part.
Yeah.
And so now we were going to get the chance to go to Russia. We were going to get the chance to go to Africa. We were going to get more of a Eastern European vibe. We probably could have even gone to the States.
Yeah.
Which we kind of did with that first guy because he was
because Megumi made a freaking curry.
Made a curry out of gumbo.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So
which the guy said it felt like he was, because it looked like a kid's meal. It looked like a little kid's meal with funny fit shapes in it. And basically his imagination was Megumi was his mom. Feeding him as he was in like a little baby one.
Yeah, it was.
And basically, he would talk shit to everyone else, but when Megumi was talking, he would immediately warm up to her.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
These are the special moments, I swear.
And then he reveals that the one who taught the Midnight Chefs the art of the Shokugeki was Saiba.
Well, Saiba, I'm putting air quotes on that because you have not caught up.
But I have not caught up.
So we're going to let him get caught up, leave it at that.
Yeah.
Get caught up. And we can probably have a better discussion about this later on.
Yeah,
you need
to catch up.
For now, we have news to get into.
Yes, let's get to the news.
So let's start off with some interesting news we're not using it right now, but we would be if we had a Kari Muzi here.
Yeah, Discord Nitro wants to sell you games.
Yeah, so
we're getting a new Steam.
Not quite. It's more of like first of all, Discord Nitro is their subscription service.
Oh. Okay.
So if you are subscribed to Discord Nitro, which is the premium version that lets you do extra stuff for streaming and whatnot, it will actually give you access to a storefront to buy you certain games. So far, they have partnered with THQ and Deep Silver, meaning you can get the Saints Row franchise, Saints Row the Third, Darksiders War Mastered Edition, Super Meat Boy, and Metro Last Light Rito.
Huh.
Which does for a $5 monthly subscription for $50 a year, lets you play these games a la PSN.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Steam, probably.
My biggest gripe with this is that this is going to take away focus from the actual point of Discord.
Which is to be a chat.
Yes.
Which is to be a chat system.
Which means this is Discord slowly going down the route of Skype. Potentially. And I'm not too keen on that.
On the other hand, if this acts as another way for them to get money, which they then use to improve their infrastructure because they have games and are actually worth improving their product to work with the games online, that could actually be better.
That could work. Like, link it up better.
Yeah,
you don't have to use fucking Steam or something like that.
Yes.
And their fucking DRM. As long as they don't have, like, DRM.
Yeah, of course. If it has DRM, then this entire idea is going to hit the can real fast.
Yeah, and this will also give Steam something to quicken its boots about other than GOG.
Because really, that's really the only competitor.
Yeah.
Maybe Humble Bundle, because they just raw sales.
Yeah.
Would lose with that.
Yeah, Humble Bundle, GOG, and maybe this might actually cause Steam to start waking the fuck up and start actually caring about their business.
You know who's not waking up, though?
Who's?
Bethesda.
Oh, they've done a few shitty things lately.
Yeah, let's just focus on this one, because this one is probably going to hurt people who are looking forward to Fallout 76.
Oh boy, what are we in for?
Fallout 76 forces users to use Bethesda.net due to lack of Steam version at launch.
Ooh.
So it's another form of DRM.
No, this is more. This is Bethesda. This is Bethesda saying, no, we're not even going to give Steam the pleasure. We're just going to keep it on our site, and you buy directly from us.
Well, given how shitty Steam has been, I can't blame them.
But it's Bethesda.
But it's Bethesda. They're kind of crappy in a way. And especially given what I saw recently.
Yeah, the thing about the seller.
Suing a third-party seller selling secondhand games.
Yeah, that just sounds asinine. But this one is going to hurt some people because everyone was going to go for the beta. And that means if you want to get on the beta, you have to go through Bethesda.net.
I've used Bethesda.net to get mods on my PS4 version of Skyrim. It is clunky as fuck.
Yep.
Clunky as fuck, and will not log in sometimes.
Yep.
So
the
piece of shit.
The same complaints people have had about. I'm trying to remember what Ubisoft's version of this was.
Uplay.
Uplay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
then there's also EA's Origin.
Yeah, the EA Origin is always there's that too. So it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Why can't we just get along?
All right. Well, let's move away from stupid Bethesda to some fun Pokemon shit.
Yes. So
Team Rocket's rockin'.
Yeah. So Pokemon Let's Go has confirmed Team Rocket to appear again,
and we mean Jesse, James, and Meowth.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So you are going to get the yellow special intermediate fights that occur at the Team Rocket storyline.
That's fantastic.
So that means you get ambushed at Mount Moon before you leave. You have to fight them before you can fight Giovanni in both Celadon Gym and Slivko. And do they make an appearance in Viridian Gym?
No, I think it's only after they disappear after Silphco, because that's the end of the Rocket stuff.
Okay, just making sure. So,
although they might add more to it, they might remix it a little bit. They might actually throw us for a loop. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a good point. So we'll see about how that works.
Yeah.
They also provided a in-game look of Lieutenant Surge, who is no longer 9 feet tall.
Yeah, he is normal size, and he uses a wake-up slap on his face.
Yes.
To get himself pumped up. And
good for him.
Here's the more baffling thing, though, that we've learned about Let's Go.
All right.
Mega Evolutions will be returning. Or appearing, I should say.
Are we getting another universe reset?
I don't think so. They kind of hinted in the Origins that the other nations do exist, and there are alternate realities as confirmed by Horus.
Yeah.
So,
and definitely explored in
Ultra Sun and Ultraman.
Yeah.
So we do have the definite capability of introducing the new game elements into the old game style. And it won't be out of place because this is, in fact, an alternate reality.
That's actually making me think of the Pokemon Origins TV, the miniseries, actually.
Yes.
Because they did have Mega Evolution in that.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, sorry, I was...
So,
took a while for my brain to get there.
Naturally, because of the way that it starts out with Pikachu and Eevee, and that, assuming that it follows the yellow storyline, you will encounter a Bulbasaur, or Charmander, and a Squirtle at set points. It means that you will have either the choice to get your preferred starter, or potentially all three, and then using one at your leisure.
And I'm willing to bet, depending on the version, you'll get a different version of the Charizardite. Either X or Y.
Okay, so Pikachu you get X, Eevee you get Y?
Maybe, or flip that. It depends, really.
I think that just generally that they go in, whichever one is presented first gets the X version, and whichever one gets second is the Y. I just realized something. Mewtwo.
X and Y.
At the end of the game, will Mega Evolve as you fight it. Is my headcanon theory right now.
Holy
If it
shit.
does.
That is a...
If it fucking does. Oh, shit. I'm not going to count on it, but
Oh
it's
god,
possible.
and if it's the Eevee version, we might be getting the Y version. Which
Exactly.
is the worst version to fight.
Yes, it is.
The Mewtwo Knight Y version. The big bulbous ring head.
Have some nightmares about that one.
Nightmares, or look forward to a very spicy fight.
Or just chuck a Master Ball at it.
Or that.
You know, I have to wonder, what would be the Broken Sword equivalent of Pokemon?
Magikarp? Or Magikarp would be the Broken Sword equivalent from Dark Souls 1. Because once you hit level 20, Gyarados.
Same thing can be applied to my the Feebas and my Lodic as well. Because my Lodic is literally an inverse Gyarados.
Yeah.
Stat-wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking, I would love to watch Zero Lenny do a Magikarp run through a freaking...
Okay, now that would be an
Pokemon.
interesting idea for Gen 8, actually.
For what? A
new version of this Magikarp theme.
Oh.
Switch the stats up a bit.
Oh, well, you know, the one that everyone keeps hoping for, especially I know you, Legend, have been hoping for this, but it's never happened yet.
Dunsparce.
Dunsparce.
Yeah, I would love a Mega Dunsparce.
I think personally, Spinda should have been like a Prevo or something that goes into the Panda evolution that we got in Kalos.
Okay.
I think that I would have loved to have seen that little bugger actually be worth something.
Spinda evolving would have been interesting.
Yes. Because, like, I thought it would have been like a contemporary to Grumpig and Spoink.
That would have been interesting because they're both found in the same area.
But I think the problem with Spinda is the spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would have given it more replayability. Because, I mean, we had the same thing with the Papillions.
Papillons.
The Papillons.
Yeah, but it's slightly more workable.
Vivions
because-
are what they're called.
Yeah, those.
Vivions, like they're region specific.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
which
I mean,
is more workable.
Yeah, but I mean, there was only so many possibilities for the
And they
for
also
the
had
spots.
specific exclusive mystery gift versions, like the Pokeball shaped one.
Yeah. And but that is a lot of wishful thinking on our parts.
Yeah.
Um.
It's all wait and see. Anyway,
Yes.
next up we got they announced Persona Q, Cinema's new labyrinth.
Persona Q
2.
So you have
Team 3, Team 4, and Team 5.
I'm waiting for Persona Q squared.
This is it.
So this one naturally features the team instead stuck in a movie theater of all places.
Yeah, instead of a school festival.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that the different dungeons they will have to go through are different genres of film that they then have to bumble their way through in typical crossover fashion.
In typical crossover Etrian Odyssey dungeon crawling.
Yes. So naturally,
Also, thing I noticed,
Mhm.
the female version of the Persona 3 protagonist
is also there.
is also there.
Yes.
Hmm.
And apparently she's relevant to the plot. Like, why she's there.
Which will be
Okay.
important because she was not there in the first one.
Yeah.
Yes. we also see a new character who has film reel on her head, or is that a camera?
I don't know. All I know is I saw like the girl that's going to be the subject of it. Like,
Yes.
I've seen things of her falling and she like makes camera shot angles and stuff like that.
Yes.
But that's all I saw.
But considering the like cinematic nature of Five's team, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, like we've got the school extracurricular class, we got the detective group, and then we got the Phantom Thieves.
Yes. So it's going to be interesting to see how those three play with each other and how those interactions work out.
Also, I think Goro Akechi is going to be part of the group.
Yeah, because he does make an appearance at least sometime through in the trailer. So is Goro
This is happening
after P5?
No. Not after P5. This is happening during P5. Because technically, Persona Q happened during 3 and 4. But the characters don't remember.
Rah.
Yeah. So this is happening right before or during
Right before Akechi decides to stab everyone in the back.
Yeah, spoilers. Please, it's fucking obvious.
Pancakes. My one weakness.
My weakness is my budget.
Anyway, speaking
it's
of
coming out in Japan November 29th. We would be lucky to get it the following year.
Yeah, probably in the spring or maybe in the summer.
No. I would not. I would be lucky if we got it before the end of next year. Is what I'm saying.
I still haven't finished the original Persona Q.
You need to get on that, buddy boy.
I need to beat the original Persona 4. Oh,
there's that.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
get
speaking
on
of
that.
film and movies and shows like that,
Well,
coming to Netflix. Coming to Netflix. Yes, come on! Halloween can't come soon enough!
yes, Castlevania Season 2 is going to get dropped right before Halloween, everyone.
Woo-wee! This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Heads flying off, heads flying off, heads flying off, heads flying off. Blood and gore and all the good gory shit that you love from your freaking 80s freaking games. Anyway.
Yes, October 26th, set your calendars to go ahead and prepare to watch this little fan-dabby little series. It's going to be 8 episodes.
Yes, because we only got 4 in the freaking first season, if you can call it that.
So we're getting double the length?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And this time, Trevor is not going to go fight Dracula by himself.
No, he is fighting alongside Alucard.
Of course.
So,
and what's her face?
Selfa Belanese.
Sifa. Yeah, her name was Sifa. And I think
So
they're also introducing that 4th character from 3.
Grant the Nasty.
Yes.
Isn't this basically the plot of Castlevania 3?
It is.
Correctamundo.
Hey, I got it right.
With the Symphony of the Night style.
Mm-hmm.
And Trevor Belmont rapidly became a fan favorite, even over Cyan Belmont.
For being a foul-mouthed Englishman.
For being a foul-mouthed, badass Englishman with the heart of gold.
Yeah. Anywho's it? Oh god, I forgot about this little article.
Yes, Teen Titans Go to the Movies exists.
And the thing that happened at the end of it was a stinger for the original Teen Titans Go getting a possible season 4, I think?
Okay, do we accept their apology or not? For the entirety of Teen Titans Go's existence.
This would be a 6th season, so they originally ran for 5.
Righto. And yeah. Ooh, boy.
We really can't help but call him Zero, can we?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that my name has been Rado on both Skype and Discord for upwards of 5 years.
Either way, Rado.
Yeah.
Tara Strong, who voices Raven in the Go series and in the original, confirms that this is going to imply that it was going to be happening. So with this and the post-credit sequence, there's a lot of evidence pointing towards it, but nothing officially confirmed.
We could end up getting another Samurai Jack.
Now the question is, will it live up to the hype?
No.
Nothing can ever live up to hype.
No, people were complaining even about the Samurai Jack reboot season, and to be quite frankly, those people don't deserve it.
Like, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yes.
It was a capstone.
It was a capstone. It was the movie they got to make after the TV show ended.
Yeah, just treat it like a movie.
Yep.
Very
That's
long.
a good way to put it. Though, again, there's always that part of me, the critic, that says it can always be better.
Yes.
For good.
But you get what you got to deal with it.
I know. But I also want to feel like... I always see that there can be better stuff.
There can be better, but you've got what you got. Enjoy what you got.
Yes.
Because that seems to be something that a lot of critics forget.
Yes.
They forget to just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Let it go.
Shut up. Shut up.
So I should go ahead and enjoy what I got in Bleach?
Yes.
Because that's all that I got.
Bleach should have stopped at Aizen, and we all know it.
Yeah. It should have stopped at Aizen, because that was a fairly decent way to...
But we got more. I mean, we wanted more, didn't we? Because that's what we got.
No.
I would have been happy if we never got the Fullbringer arc. I would have been better if we never got
So my argument is valid, damn it.
But it goes retroactively, not adding more.
Yeah. Retroactively.
Anyway, we have a lot
of EVO shit.
Of EVO news related to new characters and announcements, so this is the rest of this is going to be fighting game news related to that.
Yep.
Starting off with Tekken 7, who has Season 2 to its original DLC lineup, which included such characters as Akuma, Geese from the Kingdom Fighters series, Noctis
from freaking Final Fantasy 15.
15.
Not 13.
15.
He was from Versus 13 originally.
But now,
back when that was a thing.
Now we have Season 2, which is going to include first 2 returning characters from the series. Anna Williams in a funeral outfit, carrying flechette knives and a RPG.
Those are legal.
Which has a very specific reason why she's wearing a funeral dress and her sister, Nina Williams, is wearing a wedding dress.
Oh, dear.
So, apparently the story goes that Anna Williams was going to settle down and marry a mafioso.
Okay.
Said mafioso got a hit put on him by Aunt Nina Williams, her sister, who dressed up as the bride-to-be and committed the assassination.
Joy!
And now the sister's coming back for revenge, hence the funeral dress.
This sounds like a B-movie plot that I would like to watch.
If you have never seen,
that sounds.
If you have never played the Tekken, if you have never seen the Tekken games plot, it reads like a B movie.
God, that's. Kill Bill never got a Volume 3, did it?
No.
This sounds like what Volume 3 would be.
Yeah, it kind of does, especially with. That's not even getting to the point where where Nina Williams gets cryogenically frozen for like 10 years and has a child that is genetically made from her eggs, and that it's grown to be the world's finest boxer.
I don't think egg production continues in cryogenesis.
Well, they extracted her eggs, put the egg in someone else, and then grew the egg from there to make a child.
Wait, cryogenesis? I meant cryostasis. What
the fuck? Either way, point is, there's a lot of weird shit.
It's a fighting game.
Tekken games.
It's a fighting game. The plot is always nonsensical.
But don't think too hard.
But no one.
Be happy with what you got.
But no one was expecting Negan, of all characters, to appear as DLC.
Negan? Who's that?
From the Walking Dead series.
Oh, the guy.
Little pig!
Well, this is going to be fun. And I'm pretty sure Akari was freaking out when this got revealed.
Yes.
Yeah. I think my mom actually watches The Walking Dead of all things, so she might actually know who the fuck this is.
Yeah, ask your mom and she will tell you who Negan is and why he's important. Of course, everyone who plays the fighting game does not care.
No.
He's either a good character or he's shit.
Exactly.
Well, from what I understand, The Walking Dead has not been good since Season 2.
Ooh. Waiting for their comeback? Or...
They are in Season 10, from what I understand. So we have long past that point.
All I know is that Negan is the guy that's supposed to be the main bad guy after the governor,
and he bashed in Glenn's head.
Joy.
Okay then.
Yes.
I wonder if that's going to be one of his ending moves.
Yes, naturally.
Oh, because his signature weapon is like a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Lucille.
I call it Vera.
Alright. Next, we have... They announced more characters for BlazBlue CrossTag Battle. No one we actually care about.
No RWBY characters, so fuck that shit.
But they are saying that they are going to introduce a 5th season or 5th series to the crossover. So it is going to be 5 series.
Okay, then.
Wait, I swear I heard about this, but didn't they like data mine it was going to be like Saiyan and Kagura or something?
Maybe. I mean, more cheesecake for the fire, I suppose.
Cheesecake for the
Again,
fire.
I think I might be mishearing that.
Don't go throwing your anime girls into the freaking fire.
Anyway,
Come on.
okay, after that, Dragon Ball FighterZ at EVO. Holy shit!
So,
Have fun.
So aside from SonicFox winning the entire tournament,
Woo!
his opponent Goichi managed to bring out Shenron during the tournament twice.
Okay, so for those of us who don't play Dragon Ball FighterZ, what is the significance of bringing out Shenron?
So, in order to bring out Shenron, you have to land 7 basic target combos. The problem is these target combos are not really that effective, and they do a lot of damage. But what they do is they give you a Dragon Ball, and if you manage to build all 7, and then do one more combo with it, you get to summon Shenron, who gets to give you one of 4 things. Number 1, he goes ahead and refills all of your power meter, all of your super meter.
Okay.
Number 2, he revives a teammate.
Okay.
Number 3, he gives you Raging Blast buff, which basically makes you stronger and faster.
Okay.
And then the 4th one, I think, is like invulnerability for a certain amount of period of time.
Oh, come on!
But it's incredibly difficult because you have to essentially pull off the combo. You and your opponent have to at least do it 7 times, and then in order to claim it, you have to pull off the combo an 8th time to actually make it connect. And those combos is just mashing the light attack button, which is not damagely feasible. Basically, like, it will do nothing for you in an actual tournament.
And what's his name again?
Goichi,
Goichi. He pulled it off twice.
and still lost.
Oh my gosh.
Not even the almighty Shenron could beat a gay furry.
I gave you 2 wishes. It's up to you to do with it, to actually use them.
Yeah.
Wow, you're actually going for immortality? Wow, congrats! I can't wait to see how you fuck this shit up.
And fuck it up he did.
There was also a bit of controversy about him wanting, because he lost 3 straight rounds that caused a bracket reset, which basically means they get to go again.
Yeah.
But during the resets, SonicFox actually asked to change sides, which was allowed
Because
by
of the
coin toss.
By coin flip.
Like coin toss. But people thought that was the entire reason he won. Which
Because him switching sides.
then led him to 3-0ing or like majorly sweeping Goichi.
Yeah. Like, it was back and forth for a little while, but SonicFox won.
Mm-hmm.
And people are bitching that the fact that, because he changed sides, that means he won. He got an advantage because he could do it better on that side.
Which, 1, belittles the entire point of the tournament.
Yeah.
And number 2, SonicFox is the reason why Goichi was in loser's side first. He beat him earlier in the tournament, so
Yeah.
not entirely true.
Yeah, so people bitching about it can go, shut the fuck up.
Salt's being salt, you know.
Yeah.
When did Outrage replace Facts?
2016?
2016, yeah.
I feel like it's earlier, but it might just be me.
Anyway,
How dare I have an opinion?
it's all good. We have Vanilla Goku and Vanilla Vegeta as additional characters to the roster,
Because they announced it during EVO.
which brings us to a total of 6 Gokus.
6.
God damn it!
Regular Saiyan Goku.
Yeah.
Goku Rose.
Super
Super Saiyan God Goku. Vanilla Goku. Vegito.
Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, I said Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because there was supposed to be a 6, and I'm trying to remember where I'm missing.
We're missing Kid Goku.
Yeah, we are missing Kid Goku, but that's not happening. I saw an image that had, like, literally the entire team was just 6 Gokus. And not, it's like 6 of the same Goku. 6 different Gokus.
Yeah. I saw a funny Team 4-star riff where it was the lineup and it showed Vegeta and saying, "Is that the Namekian? Is that me?" in Super Saiyan. "Is that me stronger than me?" Super Saiyan
fucking kill me.
Yeah. It was. I saw that on like Twitter and I just was laughing my ass off.
Yes. And then we got a new fan favorite for the next DLC fighter. Cooler.
Which means we might be seeing Cooler in a future arc of Dragon Ball Super.
No, I think Super is done for.
Well, we're getting a movie next.
Yeah, but it's brawling.
I'm legitimately curious how Toriyama's going to revamp Broly because he had no input other than the design of Broly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how they fuck up Broly.
Yes.
Okay, that's a negative way to look at it.
How did he fuck up Broly when his motivation was Goku crying for like 3 hours?
Hold my beer.
It's only going to go up from here, guys. It's
Literally.
only going to go up from here.
Literally, you cannot.
We're at the up. We have the potential to be down now.
Well,
What have you done to me, Rado?
We'll get
I used to be an optimist, damn it.
We'll get to. Time will tell on that one.
All
What
right.
else do we have?
SNK Heroine.
No.
Oh wait, Street Fighter 4.
No.
Or 5.
Soul Calibur 6
Oh.
confirms Astaroth and Sung Mina for the roster.
Again, never played Soul Calibur. Don't know who these people are.
All you need to know is that a big ass Mother Hubbard with an axe, who was a giant homunculus from a Greek cult, is going to be fighting against a Chinese halberd girl who has a crush on the emo main character.
Of course. All right.
So how can we get Axe characters to show up in Soul Calibur, but we can't get Hector to smash?
Because the only people who appreciate Hector are the people from the Hero series. And if we start bringing in Hero series, oh boy!
Yeah. Okay, so Street Fighter 5. This is some stuff that I saw. First off, Sagat is coming back.
Sagat is coming back, and he's accompanied by a tiger to the fight.
Yeah. Now the next character. Holy shit! What the hell is this guy?
His name is G.
Why don't you talk to us about it?
He's an Abraham Lincoln-looking motherfucker with gold tattoos of the entire Earth on his body.
Okay.
And he is powered by the Earth, and he's literally claimed himself President of Earth.
So we're fighting an evil Abraham Lincoln.
No,
He's doing this for the good of humanity.
I don't know. He sounds like a bad
crazy
guy.
hobo.
He's a crazy hobo.
He's a crazy hobo because
Okay.
all his win quotes and his statements literally are about power of the Earth, and he is using social media to gain awareness for Earth's destruction.
So he's a hippie.
He's a hippie who had one too many hits of the bong, and is now ranting on social media about power of the Earth. Basically, imagine if you gave Al Gore a top hat.
Top hat and the literal power of the channel, the power of the Earth.
But by the way, you know how his power is determined, like how they gauge his power?
How?
By his presidential meter. he has a badge at the bottom on the bottom side of his screen that has a globe with compass points on it. And when the globe at normal, it doesn't have anything on it.
I'm just going to pull up an image of this guy.
Yes. Yeah. Here's the pose that he makes, pointing you like Uncle Sam when he does the super. That he fires gold magma from his fingertips that trails along the ground to do damage to you.
What were the developers smoking when they made this character?
Oh, no, that's something else.
Oh.
No. This one right there.
Yeah.
What were these developers smoking when they made this character?
Honestly, I love it.
Also, his counter is a bow. His counter hit when he's being pushed into a corner is a bow.
Classy.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Absurd as hell.
What were the developers smoking when they developed this goddamn character?
It's Capcom. You're better off not knowing.
Okay,
But
it's
I do-
Cap-
but
wait,
I
wait,
do-
wait, you just explained it there. It's Capcom. This is their shit.
Yes, but
This is
I
what
want to
they
know what SNK has been smoking.
Oh, right! Because for their SNK Heroines tag team game, they Rule 63'd...
Terry Bogard.
Get serious!
But wasn't there already a Rule 63 of Terry?
Yes, there is, and her name is Alice.
Yeah.
She-
Well, now they literally gender bent him.
Yes.
He's got tits now.
And not the rock hard kind.
No, well, I'm pretty sure they are because he's confused as hell what the hell he's doing here. Or she's doing here. So it's very...
isn't her picture just her just blushing immensely at this...
With her cleavage upward, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. She also has a cheerleader outfit and what I generously describe as a steampunk succubus outfit. Because it's literally a little clockwork clock on her back that leads to wings, and she's wearing the little hat to the side with the vest and everything.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, the fan art shall flow.
Yes. As if there wasn't... You already knew there was a market for Rule 63 Terry Bogard. Now it's become reality.
It's canon.
Now it's Linkle. All over again.
No, it's not even Linkle, because at least Linkle, they never gave an explanation. The explanation is Terry magically showed up in this mansion full of hot women and became one himself. And now being forced to fight.
So, shenanigans. That's my answer. Now, the cream of the crop, the ending to this fighting game discussion.
Not quite, because we have 2 more stories after this, but here's the chunk from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, I need to preface this. First off, this was not announced at EVO. This was announced at a Direct several days after EVO.
Right, but they had announced at EVO that there was going to be a Direct.
Yes, but that was much held to shenanigans by the EVO people, because they wanted to see the thing now.
Yeah.
And there were leaks the day before the Direct
where
someone was being shown, but that was not the full story.
No, what was shown was there was a music file that was mislabeled. There was originally a Pac-Man file, but it was Bloody Tears.
And that's when everyone went, oh shit, Castlevania's coming to fucking Smash.
And it did in the most glorious fashion possible.
Everyone thought they were getting Simon, and we got him.
But we were not expecting Richter.
No.
As an Echo Fighter.
And we got Alucard.
As a trophy.
As an assist trophy.
Well, I've heard of trophy wives and trophy husbands are a thing now?
Yeah,
I guess.
It works both ways.
It works both ways, yeah.
But now you can have them.
But yeah, Nintendo, but here's the thing, the way that they introduced them is by having Luigi go to Dracula's castle
and get murdered.
And attempt to exorcise death.
What is it with all the new characters getting their fix by murdering our classics?
Inkling realizes they're stepping into hell.
Mega Man and Mario get ambushed by Ridley.
Yeah, Mega Man gets impaled by Ridley. Mario gets his head caved in.
And then Luigi is literally reaped by death.
This is what it feels like to be a ghost. Oh, mamma mia.
I haven't felt this bad since Luigi's Mansion.
I haven't felt this bad since Daisy told me to sleep on the sofa.
At least I was not left hanging this time. Anyway, so we got those 2 confirmed, and
then they just started adding more and more and more.
So we got Crumb as an Echo Fighter for Roy,
who is also using some of Ike's ether moves,
which does make him a unique enough character that I think I could actually see myself playing as him or Robin. I'm a big Awakening fan.
We have Dark Samus, who I imagine is going to be the Ganondorf to Samus as Captain Falcon was with Ganondorf.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Like
heavier moves, slower projectiles, different recovery.
Although it looks like Dark Samus is floating, so maybe they're faster.
Maybe it's the reverse, but
maybe it's faster and heavier hitting.
We'll see. We also got confirmed for we have 2 new play styles: Smash Squad Strike and Smash Countdown.
Yep.
Squad Strike is a 5-on-5 versus mode where you choose a lineup of members and you go through them round robin style,
which is awesome.
Team elimination.
Yeah.
And then Smash Countdown, which is something we're gonna have to do.
Which is you choose a fighter. Next round you can't use them.
No one can use them. They are permanently off the list.
Which means you want to practice all of them and make sure that no one picks your main before you do.
Yeah, and then you go to the next one. And then to the next one.
Until every character effectively is out.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. And they've added a tournament mode.
It's for people who want to host tourneys without needing the hassle.
Yep.
which was a feature in Brawl that I'm glad they're bringing back.
Yeah,
And
because I did not see that in Wii U version.
Yeah.
You know what is also a feature in Brawl? The Subspace Emissary, and we're still theorizing about that green bracket.
Yeah.
I believe they've actually depixelized it, and it's supposed to say spirits on it.
I don't think they're going to.
And they confirmed it in different languages as well.
We will have to wait for the next Direct to see where that goes.
But
when is it coming out? November?
it's coming out like the first week of December.
Christmas.
Oh shit!
And Dabby Dozy.
If you don't reorder now, you'll never get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've confirmed over 100 stages with ults and the ability to have a stage swap, which lets you cycle stages in between.
Yeah, it lets you cycle between 2 stages, and you can choose the interval and how long until the next switch.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Because I don't want to keep looking at the same stage over and over and over.
Not that it's a bad thing, but it also changes the actual layout. So if you have a platform stage versus a flat ground stage, it will alter the way that you're going to go ahead and play.
They've also added a version where you just have like an HP meter, pretty much.
Yes,
And it ticks down, and once it gets down to 0, you're smashed out.
Ooh.
And
They also added.
chargeable final smashes.
Let me repeat that. Chargeable smash meters.
So
I'm going to go ahead and rant for a second.
go ahead.
Have at it.
Every time I've played Smash with these 2 chuckle fucks,
Hello.
not once have I ever gotten a Smash Ball. Not once!
Not even once.
So we're using this mode from now on, goddammit.
To clarify, the Final Smash is weaker than if you get it from a Smash Ball, but it comes much, much more accessible to everyone else, and goddammit, it could be a major game changer.
And I'm willing to bet this is going to be a standard for if it's played in EVO.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they would actually do that. I think they would still disable it even if it was metered, but we will have to wait and see. Sometimes they change the rules depending on how, because they did some weird stuff for Brawl when it came out to be competitive.
By the way, speaking of stages, they've announced over 103 stages from every game.
This is the biggest of the games that they've ever released, and its music list is so expansive
It would
that
take 28 hours to listen to.
and you could literally hook a headset to your freaking Switch, put it in your bag or pocket or whatever, and then walk around your day with it as your pseudo iPod.
And the music, like I said, there's over 900 songs, and you can actually make customized playlists to listen to. And music is no longer limited to stages, but to franchises. It's expanded to franchises. So
Zelda
if you're playing on
stage
the Zelda stage,
any Zelda music.
exactly.
Okay.
And you can choose which ones you want to play. That's really cool.
Amongst the new Pokemon that have been confirmed, Ditto basically copies your character, and then they go ahead and fight as you.
alongside you.
Which is cool.
Zero's been confirmed to do Zero stuff. Not Grado. I'm talking about the Mega Man character.
I know.
Alucard has been confirmed as a Smash Assist trophy.
And probably one of the most elaborate ones.
Shovel Knight is confirmed as an assist trophy.
Sorry, fans, we're not going to get him as a fighter until we get to a different game.
There is a Rathalos assist trophy.
Which also is a stage boss.
That is freaking fantastic.
Yes.
By the way, it also looked like the ancient plains or plateau or whatever it's called.
Was appearing as a stage, so there are some who are saying, are they actually bringing in the Monster Hunter character as a freaking fighter? Because goddammit.
I'm going to say no and debunk that because Monster Hunter is still over in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, guys.
Who's to say
Who's even playing that game?
Nobody.
Exactly.
But that's the problem. They already signed their boat, and now they have to go down with the ship with it.
I think it's already sunk.
Yes, and then some. But lastly, they have one more character to reveal,
and
this one was my all-time favorite reveal from any character ever in the history of the series.
You thought it was King K. Rool, but it was me, DDD.
And then it was actually King K. Rool.
It's actually me, you fuckhead.
And Claude DDD's brains out.
I should also note that
Sakurai is just killing Smash characters.
Yes, he is, and he's also playing the voice of DDD. So
that's DDD literally laughing at.
That's Sakurai literally laughing at you.
So yeah, he has an expansive claw moveset. His standing B, I think, is supposed to be the gun that also standing B. I can't even tell because he has the crown throw, which comes back to him as a boomerang effect.
Yeah, which I think is his side B.
But then he also has the blunderbuss, which shoots out a cannonball and then can act as a Kirby suck.
Which I think will be his neutral B, because Kirby's neutral B is the suck as well.
He has his hover pack from 3 that lets him do aerial recovery.
He has his boxing gloves from 64.
And then his down smash, or his down B is going to be the stomp.
Yeah.
Because that puts you into the ground state, much like Donkey Kong's headbutt.
Also, like Palutena, his glorious golden gut counter.
No, that's his down B. His down B is the belly counter.
Yeah. His glorious golden armored gut is a counter.
Okay, so what was the comparison you were making to Palutena? Because I don't remember her getting a gut.
She can counter.
Yes, I know she can counter.
That's my point!
Yes, but the point sounded like you were making it sound like she had the gut. I was like, I don't remember that being a Smash.
Look up some fan art while you're at it.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there fucking is. Good lord.
I think that pretty much covers it as far as EVO news. And then there were 2 last breaking stories that came out really recently, last night. The first one is Shovel Knight did make it into a fighting game.
Just not Smash.
He got into Rivals of Aether.
Rivals of Aether, which is essentially the indie Smash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which already features Ori of Ori in the Blind Forest in the game.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
The only thing I've ever seen of Rivals of Aether is that one frog guy.
Yeah, which is basically Monk Greninja. There's also now a snake who pilots a hovering mecha armor.
I'm thinking of Lyric from Sonic Boom.
Kind of like that, but more badass.
Okay.
There's also... I'm trying to remember what the name of the other character was, but essentially it's all animal and element. Oh, there's like a Leafeon character.
Oh, really?
Yes. So yeah, they have a lot of They have a lot of interesting ideas that you'll find very familiar. And I remember we covered this game way back in the day, but it's nice to see Shovel Knight getting into a fighting game.
Yeah, but then again, Shovel Knight is the king of indies.
The new king of indies. I think before we could say that was...
Either Cave Story or...
Cave Story's up there. I was thinking... Not Binding of Isaac.
That's too a little raunchy.
Not Fez, because that one flopped.
Certainly not Ukulele.
And definitely
Mighty Number 9. No, those are anti-examples.
Yeah.
But anyway, the last story we have for today is Doom Eternal gameplay.
Was released at QuakeCon.
They had a 17-minute video showing off the new gameplay, which features, number 1, a wrist-mounted dagger a la Predator.
Cool.
Along with a shoulder cannon that now acts in place of grenades. Which can fire timed blasts or flamethrower gouts.
For that good extra clean fun.
Yes.
Oh, God almighty.
The super shotgun now comes with a grappling hook, so that way you can grapple to opponents, rappel close to them, jump over them, and then shoot. You now have side dashes, or speed dashes, that let you dash twice quickly in succession.
Mm-hmm.
It could be used to sideways dash to dodge shots, or forward dashes to extend jumps.
So you have far more mobility, far more firepower, and actual fire.
They've also added areas to grapple, like you're climbing up a wall or swinging off of a pole.
So they had parkour as well.
Parkour elements.
I was about to say they added Monster Hunter elements to it.
And then there's the Crucible.
The Crucible?
What is the Crucible?
The Crucible is the thing you will only see if you've actually played the game!
Sorry.
But it is effectively a plot weapon that becomes un demonic Zweihander made of energy.
Ooh! Lordy-lordy-loo.
Oh, there's going to be plenty of it in the loo.
They also...
And here, and there, and everywhere.
They also showed off... They showed off 2 main sequences. One in which Doom Guy is walking on Earth, which is being corrupted by the demons. where clearly the cults have a lot of power because as you go into the main area, there's a friendly female voice saying, "Don't worry, there will be changes into the environment. The demons will need to slightly adjust to the new area," and the entire place is shown on fire. And I think there's another clip where it says, "Demon is an offensive term. Please use mortally challenged instead."
Mortally challenged.
Oh, I enjoy it.
So we're gonna see a lot of that, and there was a second sequence that showed Doomguy on I think it was Phobos, Mars' moon, walking through a moon base as everyone realizes, holy shit, it's Doomguy. And you've seen Doomguy walk up to an office worker, grab his lanyard by the throat with the guy still in his chair, drag the guy and his lanyard over to a key card to activate the door so Doomguy can walk past the door, walk past 2 guarded Marines, take one of the Marines' guns from him, and then walks down to go fight demons.
That is some badass bullshit.
I don't have time for your shit. Your shit I have no time for.
I'm
Give me
here
your
to kill
shit and I'm going to do it.
If you're not a demon being dead, you're not my business.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. My
Proceeds to badass his way out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Needless to say, you guys need to watch the trailer in case you're still not convinced.
Yeah, I need to check it out.
Radar, what's coming up on the channel?
Well, for now, Kingdom Hearts is still being uploaded every Tuesday and Thursday.
And gotta say, love your comments.
Yeah, we've actually been getting some good comments. I do know that we've missed some stuff, and I could have gotten some treasure chests at Oogie Boogie's Manor from some of the recent episodes, but I was like, I just wanted to get to the boss because I just wanted to get through it.
I mean, we literally did that area in one episode.
Well, 1.5.
1.5, but still, one episode.
And we'd had enough of Oogie Boogie's pustules up to that point, I think.
Yeah.
So,
but other than that, we're going to be working on a new Let's Play, which, if you've been a fan of the old stuff, it'll seem oddly familiar.
what do you mean oddly? A lot of people knew this was coming.
The fire finally ends as we play Dark Souls 3.
Yes, that will be our next Let's Play, and in between that, I will try to, once Kingdom Hearts is uploaded, I will try to get these 2 chuckle fucks to watch the Chain of Memories cutscenes and the 358 movie, and I'll try to upload that in between that. So once we're done with Dark Souls 3, we can start Kingdom Hearts 2.
We're going through quite a bit of Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
And
I want to get as much as we can before 3 comes out.
I don't think we're going to make it.
And before we get King of Cards, because we are still waiting on that, damn it.
Yeah, we're still waiting on King of Cards. That's another Let's Play that'll probably happen in between Dark Souls, possibly.
Yeah, because Dark Souls will take a while.
Yes, it will.
So we'll need
Especially
something to...
especially since we are doing the DLC.
We are doing the DLC. I won't guarantee we'll beat the
Final boss.
The extra hardcore boss with
Okay.
with the HP tank the
But
size of a mountain.
But we are doing Gale then.
We are doing Gale.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're absolutely doing it.
We're not... We'll try Madeir.
No promises.
No promises we'll beat the fucker.
No promises on Madeir.
Yeah.
Okay, but that will be generally it for that.
Yeah.
Anything else I'm trying to remember before rambling off?
Well, we're going to try to do more podcasts now every other week.
Oh, right. Well, we agreed to that. We'll see how we... you and I, we need to get back to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we need to get working on that.
Well,
we got recordings for that already.
We do have records for that. We haven't started uploading them yet. We will get to that sometime next week, and we will record more of that.
Yeah.
For now, this is Leo Force.
This is Legend Hunter.
And this is Rado, and we are the Stardust Hunters, signing off.
Later, guys.
Take care.